So somebody left a comment below one of my live videos, I can't remember, it was the last one, whereby they said something along the lines of, I have major issues, major trouble accepting death, disease, decay, general fucking misery and malaise. The word in Dutch would be ellende, which is a very good word. Just persecution, poverty, scarcity. You know, I have trouble accepting that, and I don't know why. And honestly, you wonder why. Right, I'm here, sitting here, telling you that the reason you feel that way, you have trouble accepting, and something tells me that you feel you have to accept it, that you have to somehow struggle to make yourself accept it, because, well, maybe you feel it's just the way it is. Maybe you feel that it makes you a good person to accept it. It is wise, it is good, it's good to be a martyr, that sort of shit, right? I'm telling you that the reason you can't accept it is because it's fucking evil. That's why. I'm in a really foul mood, right? Foul. I've got so much abject hate and rage coming up yesterday and the day before and today. Oh boy. And normally under such duress and circumstances I wouldn't do a video, but I was just having an Epsom bath. In fact, hold on a sec. Right, I was just having an Epsom bath, and all of a sudden it was like, yeah, do a video. Now, if you're when you're listening to this, it's on YouTube, then obviously I've done a video and I've posted it, but otherwise, whatever, it never happens, it doesn't really matter. That's how it is nowadays. Oh, fucking arbitrary and fuck knows what else. Fuck knows. The reason you struggle trying, presumably, to accept that which is completely unacceptable, that which is an abomination, that which is pure evil, repugnant, insidious, demonic filth, is because of a phenomenon we all refer to as the Npc'S. The Npc'S. That's why. And I've been meaning to do a video about that for quite some time, but unfortunately, generally, when I speak about this thing called the Npc'S, and I refer to it in the singular because it is one thing. They are not individuals at all. They are not real people. They are merely a hive emanation of the Matrix. And there's only one reason for their existence and why they surround your soul traveler, all soul beings anyway, but especially your soul traveler, is to keep us trapped in the Matrix. Duh, that's why they exist. They exist, and they will have done this to you, and this is why you feel that you must somehow accept and come to terms with your powerlessness, your worthlessness, your sinfulness, your dirtiness, and this is why you deserve to die, and you deserve to grow old and slowly decay, and for a woman to go into the menopause, the gift that just keeps on giving, motherfucker. All of the horrifying misery, all the torture and the torment levied upon us. And that is not even saying anything about the Black Hand, which feeds a perpetual stream of negativity into us. Fear-based garbage. Yeah? Not just fear-based, but also how worthless you are. How you have to do anything and everything to make people like you. right? So you become really codependent. You become this I want to be liked junkie, or you wow. There is this is such a big topic, really. But okay, NPCs, I call them mundane reality reinforcement officers, because that is what they are. They surround us. I'm not going to talk about normies, because hey, I'm just going to talk about your soul traveler, because a soul traveler is an advanced soul of some sort. We are powerful beings of light. We are magical beings, right? And that is another reason I'm doing this video. We are surrounded by these things, by the mundane reality reinforcement officers, for a multitude of reasons. They are there to keep our minds, our emotions, our bodies, our entire being, i.e. our consciousness, trapped in this mundane, magicless, seemingly, realm, the hell realm. The hell realm, because that's what it fucking is. It's like new age spirituality. You're a spiritual being having a human experience, and oh, we don't really die because we're all eternal. Well, why the fuck do we die then? Why have that experience at all? Why fucking slowly rot away whilst you're still in a living body, right? Because that's what old age is. It reminds me of that movie, what's it called again, with David Bowie and Susan Sarandon and that French actress, and you know, she's a vampire, and then she makes another vampire, but even though they live for hundreds of years, they eventually slowly decay, and then they're dead, and she has them all in these boxes up in her attic, and they're still alive, even though their bodies are literally like fucking mummified and whatnot, but they're still alive. It's fucked up. Anyway, so normally when I do videos about NPC, I get all these victim-y, angry, hate-filled, rage-filled, vengeful comments of people that do fucking NPCs. And I feel that way too, but at the same time, I know that it's utterly pointless to carry on with that. The reason I'm doing this video is to try and communicate that, hey, do not take it personal anymore. You're going to feel, once you get to the point of understanding, you get to the point of lucidity, of understanding what they are not individuals. It's like the other day I was in a car, and there was there was hardly any traffic. It was early, and there was this stupid NPC with a fucking dog. They have NPC dogs, right? And she, instead of just crossing the road because there is no fucking traffic, she had to push the little button and stand there like a fucking gormless moron, waiting for the light to go green so that she could cross the road. That is an NPC. Or the other day, when I went to a little town nearby here, where I go to a Whole Foods store, there was this, it's like a quaint sort of town, you know, it's got these old buildings and whatnot, you know, it's like whatever. And there's this trolley, like a trolley, which was drawn by a horse and a guy with a peaked cap. And it had all these NPCs on it. These like more. I mean, like I would never do that. It's like years ago when I went up a mountain. I went up Snowdon Mountain in Wales, and it was the same thing. There was all these gormless, moronically ugly, stupid, fucking people NPCs on this little trolley going up the fucking mountain, and they have a certain look about them. They look very mundane. They are the kind of people that you get a dime a dozen, you know. They have a certain look about them, and it's like you're an NPC because there is not a whiff of individuality about you. I have come across a million people that look just like you in my life. I see your face everywhere I go. I see the way you dress everywhere I go. I see the same gormless, dumb, stupid expression everywhere I fucking go. You get your Mr. Yuppie, you know, they wear these like shirts, or they have their colours up, you know, and they like golf, they love golf, and they have a certain look about them, and it's like, yeah, I know you. They're types, series 1, series 2, series 3, series 4, and, you know, some of them are really well designed. They're called them mimics. They appear to have empathy, this, that and the other. My neighbour upstairs is like that, but there's nothing of the kind. After 2 minutes spending time with one of them, which appears to have like a little bit of empathy, they appear to take a little interest in you and what's going on in your life. 2 minutes and you feel totally exhausted. It feels like you've had the fucking life sucked out of you. You were talking to an NPC, no doubt about it, right? The thing is that I am at this point where, even though I am working through a great barra shit full of, my language is all over the place, guys, by the way, so I apologise for that, but I don't really give a shit, so why do I apologise? Do you see what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I'm working through stuff with a solemn, powerful, heart-based intention of non-victimhood, because I am a being of light. I am a magical being, and I feel that completely to be true. I am not powerless, and I am not worthless, and I am not sinful, and I am not dirty, and I don't deserve to suffer, and I have absolutely no problem whatsoever. In fact, my consciousness is crystal clear on the fact that death, decay, old age, having to work for a living, having to do all the fucking shit that I have to do on a daily basis, eating, washing, pissing, shitting, fuck knows, right? Picking a fucking bogey out of my nose, right? Having to get dressed, having to get undressed, go to bed because you have to sleep because you're so depleted, you know. I have absolutely no issues whatsoever accepting that that is fucking evil, right? And today, I feel a shitload of fucking hate and rage, and I'm going to work through that. I'm going to feel that. I'm going to go a little bit ballistic, and I'm going to scream, and I'm going to shout, and I'm going to kick a few things, and I'm going to let it up, and I'm going to let it out, and then I will feel lighter. And that is good. The reason that I feel this toxic black shit coming up from within me is because that shit is what lives in what I call the subconscious. All the nice psychologists and pill popping, prescribing psychiatrists, the disease managers, call that the subconscious, and they act, they talk, they write. In fact, they write long epistles, peer-reviewed epistles, or epistles on the subconscious and this and that and new and now, and they're all full of fucking shit because it's bullshit, because we shouldn't have a subconscious at all. It is there because we are surrounded by the mundane reality reinforcement officers, the NPCs. They don't think anything. They don't feel anything at all. They are seamless, one-dimensional, series 1, series 2, series 3, series 4, etc., etc. Things. They are weapons in a way. So when all kinds of horrible shit is going down, when you've been horribly, say for example you've had a really shitty childhood and you're really badly abused and you just cannot get your shit together, you get an NPC saying something along the line of, well, I was really badly abused as well, you know, and I still managed to become a lawyer, so I don't see why you can't. It's all your fault. You're just so fucking lazy and inconsequential and ineffectual and worthless, and you probably deserve everything you get. Or things like, well, you know, they come at you that from all angles, from all directions, for all kinds of reasons, and they basically are there to repress you, to oppress you, to suppress you. they negate all your emotions of hate, of rage, of grief, of sorrow, of fear, all of it is like, oh, you shouldn't be feeling that way. You shouldn't be feeling that. You're a bad person for feeling that way. You're bad. See, I'm always happy. I'm so positive. I'm such a positive person. I'm so sanguine. I'm so positive. Be positive. It's like the New Age bliss junkies. They're all fucking NPCs. So, what you do with the inevitable tidal waves of negative emotions that you feel because of the torture that you are being subjected to on a daily basis, where do you think that goes? It goes into this subconscious. It's like a room in the house that no one ever goes into. And over time, as you live your life, being mundane reality reinforced and mind controlled by the NPCs and the mainstream media and all the stories and all the books and all the, oh, this is how reality works and this is how it is, right? So, oh, I shouldn't think that, oh, I shouldn't feel that, oh, I shouldn't be that, oh, I'm so worthless. So it all goes down there, it all goes down there, and it all goes down there. And that room, like a dirty old cesspit, fills up more and more and more and more. And you're in a state of lockdown, literally. And it makes you sick. This is why so many soul travelers suffer so much. Because that shit is sitting there in your subconscious, fucking with you in every imaginable way. It is how the Black Hand, it uses that. All your soul fragments that were not allowed to exist, that were not allowed to express, that were not allowed to be in any way or shape or form, that were rejected. Self-rejection on an epic scale goes down there, down there, down there. And it is being actively used against you on a daily basis. This is how they've turned you into a fucking battery. That's it. In a nutshell. It's far more complex than that. Beyond me to really put it into words in the first place, to be honest. You're there feeling guilty because you cannot accept death and decay, because you cannot accept the fact that by the time you're in your mid to late 20s, your body will start to grow old, decay. The reason it does that is because you're being used as a battery, you're being fed off of, your life force is being fed off by the Matrix, the Black Hand, and yeah, the NPCs, because they are the Matrix. And they're there. It's like when the whole Jabberwoony rollout, they were the people that were posting on Facebook with all this, I've just gone and had my Jabberwoony. Ooh, you know what I mean? That's your NPC. Why would you do that? Why the fuck? I mean, people have had jabs for decades, for fucking decades, man. Why would you feel the need to advertise the fact? I mean, I was in a shop and there was this woman going on about, oh, I've just had my flu vaccine, I've just had my flu jab. Yeah. And it was like, you're an NPC. And I mean, I knew straight away anyway, because she was dressed a certain way. It was very dowdy, sort of like late 50s, mid 60s, you know. And it's like, gosh, you're just like typical, you're an NPC, man. And then the woman serving was kind of nonplussed, looking at her going, oh, okay, whatever. And then, because I know her, and I know she's a normie, she's salt, and she's good, she loves animals, she's always rescuing animals, right? And when the fucking NPC had left, she goes to me, she goes, like, what the fuck, who cares, right? Like, it's like saying, oh, I had a shit this morning, yeah, I did, isn't it great, I'm gonna put it on Facebook. They're there to keep you trapped in mundane, habitual consciousness. That is why they're there. That is what NPCs are all about. To reinforce the notion that this is all there is. That this is good. It's good. This is how it's meant to be. it's great. Life is great. Look at how successful we are. They like talking about their careers. They like to be seen in their Range Rovers and their Jeeps and their fucking. There was a guy has this house. I'm looking at it right now. Over there, it's like in England, right? We all live in fucking slave hutches. I call them slave hutches. Unless you're fucking rich, you live in these boxy houses. They're all the same. They're all built in the 70s and the 80s, and these houses are hideous. They have no original features of any kind. They're all bland. They're NPC houses, but I call them slave hutches because that's what they are. And it's a song, and this old lady did a song, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky. It's a great little song. Look it up on YouTube, right? And she knew, obviously, in a subconscious way perhaps, all about the fucking mundane reality reinforcement officers, right? Everything that you feel is your Geiger counter, your compass, your map to the truth. And you've got to understand that. You've got to stop martyring yourself. You've got to stop fucking complying with this bullshit. You've got to see that you need to feel your emotions, especially the emotions that all those mundane reality reinforcement officers have told you shouldn't be feeling. It's like I had to get some Epsom salt this morning because I didn't have any left. I get like these massive bags, but I'd run out. So I go to, you know, there's a Whole Foods shop nearby here. It's not a very good one, but I go in there. Oh, here we go. These are typical NPCs, 2 of them. And I'm sat here doing a video, of course, and they give me the dead eye. So what are you doing? Why are you sitting in the window? You're sitting in the window, you're talking to yourself. It's like, yeah, none of your goddamn business, Mr. Matrix, fuck off. But I let it go. Anyway, they have a new shop assistant in there. Her name is Karen. Karen, she's a Karen, and she is a fucking Karen. And there's no life force there. So, oh hi, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Because I won't feed those things. I won't say, oh, I feel like this or I feel like that, because it's like, no, pearls before swine. They're all like that. They're all the same, you know. They are totally empty. They are devoid of life. They are not alive, and they are everywhere. There's more of them now than ever before. And here's the thing, the biggest thing that they are there to reinforce over and over again is the fact that we are magical beings, guys. Now, when you think magical, I want you to think about fairy tales, but I want you to think about fairy tales just a minute. See, that's an NPC thing. I'm here doing a video, and next thing you know, what do you know? You get some fucking NPC with a great big lawnmower. That is the sort of shit that they do. It's very Truman Show-esque. Watch the Truman Show, watch it. And then go and watch Dark City. It would tell you a lot. It's really true, it is. You know, it's all psychic attack. It is just unbelievable, and it is unparalleled now. It's bad. It's like, whoa, motherfucker, like, wow. They always have the same sort of dogs. They either have a cockapoo, everybody now has a cockapoo, or they have a pug, right? They never take their, or you see them running, and instead of going into nature to go for a run, they will run by the side of a busy fucking road, like the A38 or something. I always feel like, you know, a great big truck. Right? They love gadgets. They love plastic grass. It's like there's a massive housing development over there. It's called Sherford, right? And it's absolutely fucking hideous, right? And there's hardly anybody living in it because it's subsiding. And apparently, I was told this by a guy who used to work there, the walls of the houses actually move when you press them because they're that badly built. They weren't even double bricked. It's really fucking fucked up. you know, and it's just fucked, and I'm really happy about that. It's good, I'm grateful, and I'm happy, but it's still not fucking good enough, because there used to be beautiful fields there, and badger sets, and hedgehogs, and fuck knows what else beautiful goodness there was. And guess what they do? They put up some nasty piece of shit NPC housing development, right? And then they put a great big billboard saying, we care about nature, you know? Because, yeah, they're there to torment, they're there to torture. Your soul traveler was born with an innate knowing. You may not have known that you knew it. It's like a, you know, like a splinter in the mind. Something there, an unease, a sense of this is all wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Why is it that if I want to go somewhere, I have to get in a car, or I have to get on a bike, or I have to walk, or take a train, or take a plane, and it takes forever, and I have to jump through all these hurdles and put up with all the inevitable roadworks and all the fucking obstructionism of people that apparently don't know how to drive, or have just taken a shitload of angel dust, blindfolded themselves, and then got behind the wheel of their fucking car. Fuck knows. Why? Because I'm sure I remember if I wanted to be somewhere, I was just there. Obviously. How is it time, this time thing, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2021, 2022, 2023, oh, it's New Year's Eve again, oh, it's Christmas, wouldn't it be nice? Do you know what I mean? This is time torture, guys. This is a form of torture. Hell yeah. Right? Time is a magical thing. Time used to be under our control. We used to have this substance, like air or like water, within our control, within our remit. It was ours to do it as we pleased. It was ours. It belonged to us. You see? Time. Right? Health. Why do we grow old? We grow old because they feed off of us. That's right, because the matrix needs to feed. It's a parasitical thing, and it feeds off our life force in order to exist. Mundane reality reinforcement officers. They want you trapped in the unimaginable, beyond language, trauma. If you are trapped in this hell realm with your back against the wall, there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. They do it to you, they do it to you, they do it to you. The black hand all day long is there. It's like it lies to you all the time as well, and you will catch it out. It will tell you bad things are going to happen. It will say something like, oh, this is going to happen today, or a problem, because life, as you know, it's just a litany of problems, right, that you have to solve. All your health problems, oh, you have to go to the dentist again, oh, you better go and see the doctor because this is happening, and low blood pressure or high blood pressure, and oh, and this and that, and oh, now I want to get hold of something, and oh, I can't get it because I have to go over there, oh, you know, it's a litany of difficulty, of obstructionism, of arse over backwards struggle, all day, every day, more now than ever before. But it's always been that way. Look at the photos of a woman called Vivian Meyer. It will show you that this realm has always been that way. Oh, fucking hell. Right. I'm really sorry about that, but you know, it is what it is, right? So it's always there. It's like, oh, this isn't going to work out. It's not going to work out. No, it's only going to go. It wants you to expect the worst at all times. Oh, it's better to expect the worst and you won't be disappointed. Something an NPC would say to you. They want you to think like that. Yes? They basically, your soul traveler consciousness is like a hard drive. Whoa, man, that is really, okay, right. I'm just gonna, sorry guys. This is so typical. This is just so fucking typical, guys. Right, sorry about this, but it is what it is. Can you see me? Fucking fuckers, aren't they? Right, so I'm here now. So there's something going on with my cat Kismet and his eye. He was in a fight and there was a scratch on the retina. Odd thing is, this happens every year in September. Go figure. That tells you this is not a mundane realm. Anyway, he had to have an operation. And it's just a litany of obstructionism. Very good vet, great and all, but everybody else was obstructionist and putting fear into me. Oh, he might lose his eye. Oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Protocol, fear, abuse, nightmares. Be aware of the thoughts in your head. They are not your thoughts. They are skewed. They are fucking with you. They are skewing your perceptive. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? That's unbelievable. Well, it's not really though, is it? So, this is such a massive subterranean subject that I don't even really know how to encompass it accurately in any sort of way that you might be able to understand if you're not at that point yet. I understand it intrinsically because I've walked my true path, and some of my subscribers there will know too what it is. Right, I think we'll go back into unbelievable, man. Go fuck off, you fucking piece of shit. Right, do you know what, guys? I'm gonna stay in here. That is what I'm gonna do, okay? I do apologise for the, yeah, you know. I just hope that I have enough, you know, juice. Woohoo! Just making sure that, yeah. Oh man. I've never done a video like this. It's really weird and kind of distorted, but in a way, I think it's very good because it shows you the nature of what we experience here. It really does. It shows us this is what it is. And the emotions I'm feeling right now is, well, back in the day, when I wasn't as aware as I am now, and where I was able to kind of let it go a bit, work through it, feel it, and then release it, so that it no longer keeps me trapped and enslaved, which is what it wants. Back in the day, murderous rage, man. Seriously, homicidal fucking fury. I would want to go out there, and did at times, screaming and shouting. And the stress of it would make me ill. It would really make me ill. Why do you think, right, that so many salt people have issues? Depression. Major depression every fucking way you look now. Seriously, man. Psychotic almost. Like, people are fucking crazed with the trauma. That's the truth. Gut issues, right? Most people, in fact, 99.9% of people have very little, if any, gut biome. They're fucking, the food they give us is horrible. That's not food. You can't call it food, the best food in the world. Yet they eat it because they're zombified, right? Try and get hold of the right type of food and all of a sudden the obstructionism will start, you know? It's like trying to get hold of organic avocados, organic blueberries, this, that and the other. I mean, there are days when the psychic attack, the demonic attack is at an all-time high. This is now, because we are reaching the tipping point. The culmination is at hand. It's happening here, and so it's really kicking off, right? It's like, wow, I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, guys, but it just felt like I needed to get this out. It's like you need to be aware that the thoughts in your head, for the most part, are not your own. You're listening. Try and look at it this way. It's as if, oh my God, you're listening to a radio, right? And it's a station that is dark, malignant, malevolent, and it's like your demonic political broadcast, and it's in your head, and you need to become self-aware. You need to stop and you need to listen, sit and learn to become objective. Step away and watch what is going on in my mind. What am I thinking? Well, how is that making me feel? And you will notice that it makes you feel like shit, powerless, terrified, paralyzed, apathetic. And guess what? Next thing you know, it's like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll just go and watch some conspiracy. Yeah, I'll just watch Max Segan or David Icke, because that'll make me feel better. Distraction, 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 defense mechanisms, defense mechanisms. Your consciousness is a hard drive, guys. And that hard drive is chock-a-block full of evil garbage. That's the truth. That's the truth. Oh my god. Yeah, that's it. That's how that works. That is how that fucking works. Unbelievable. Only it isn't, is it? It's not unbelievable, because that's just how it works. Sorry about this. I'll take you all back. I'll take you back. Here again. Alright. Fucking fuckers. Scumfield. Yeah. I basically, oh man. Oh my god. This is me in my, yeah. Yeah, but this is how it makes you feel. It's torture. That's what it is. When you're already exhausted, because it loves to fuck with us in our sleep, so you don't sleep well. The subconscious is so full of crap, of trauma. It's like you're back against the wall. You can't stop this evil. You can't stop the black hand from continually inundating you with evil filth. You think they're your own faults. You don't know what to do. Oh, maybe it is, maybe I should, and oh dear, and this and that, and who and how. It's a constant, it's continual. You think they're your own fault. It's like a friend of mine years ago, you know, she has these two really nice doggies, and she said to me, oh, I do worry about them. And I said to her, do you think that helps, Michelle, that you worry about them? No, I know it doesn't, but it's just the way, it's just what you do, isn't it? This state of perpetual fear, perpetual terror, perpetual, oh, what if this happens and what if that happens? And, oh my god. Yeah. It's just incredible. It really just is, isn't it, guys? This I think I will post this video because, despite everything, I actually think that it's a very good example of what this place actually is and what it actually does. And I think we're at a point where we need to understand that the hard drive of our consciousness is ours. It belongs to us. It's us. We are magical beings. We are not spiritual beings having a human experience, normalizing this insanity, right? That is not what we are. Our consciousness, yes, went out of alignment. We're having this duality experience, meaning there is evil in the realm. I don't know how this happened exactly, but the magic was stolen from us and we became mundane, struggling, disease-ridden, weakened, exploited beings. And the exploitation starts in our own minds. People will mindlessly just believe that, oh yeah, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience and it's great. And then I die and then I come back and I'll do it all over again and it's great. These are your normies, you know, they don't question anything, they don't question it. But deep down inside they know something is wrong. But every time they go to that notion of something is wrong, something will click in. Guilt, shame, fear. Don't go there, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there. It is right, it is good and it is true to accept that this is evil and that it's an abomination. It may have merit for some people, normies. It may still have merit for them. But for your soul traveler, it does not have any merit because we're not meant to be here, we're not meant to be like this. We are creators of worlds, we are magical beings, we are shapeshifters, we are blue-skinned or pink-skinned, we lived in this great, there was a forest where the trees were so enormous that the circumference of a tree would be miles, and these giant fungi would grow out of the side of the trees and we would live there. Very similar to the movie Avatar. Very similar. They take the truth and they put it in movies to make you think that it's not real. Do you get what I'm saying? They've hijacked it all. Oh, that's not real, that never real, it's a film, you know. We made this up. Yeah, we thought of this story. No, you've stolen our heritage. That is what you've done, you fucking lying fuck. Because we are magical beings. I will persist, I will not let this shit do this to me. And it will go away. Yeah. You know? The reason that it's ramped up to this extent now is because it's... And have you noticed time? Whoa. The high strangeness is wow. It's because it's coming to an end. Omega point. Omega point. And we're all at different levels, and I don't exactly know how that's going to pan out, but I do know this. It's your fucking responsibility to own your consciousness, your hard drive. And the biggest gambit here, the biggest gambit that has always been the biggest gambit, is that you see and understand and know that you are a powerful creator being, you are a magical being, you do not belong here. This world is a state of consciousness. A state of consciousness creates this world, okay? The non-magical, struggling, disease-ridden meatbag world. Alright, being tortured by the mundane reality reinforcement officers telling you how wonderful it all is. It's so great, it's so amazing, and oh, they love to go to places like The Range or Home Base, or you know, like these places where they sell fitted kitchens and plastic plants and mundane grey and magnolia and eggshell white type of cushions and shit like that, you know. There's always and sort of weird, like it's cheap and it's crap and it's mundane and it's so boring that it can kill you on the fucking spot, yeah? And it's like, oh, it's great, we love it, we love it, and we love it, we love it. And it's not about hating them, because here's the thing, guys. What do you think puts us, what keeps us trapped here? At the end of the Celestine Prophecy, the movie, which isn't very good, but it's worth watching, the heroes, the protagonists, are standing on that mandala, and they're in this really high vibration because they know their power, and they've become one with themselves, and they are powerful, right? And they've done their inner work. And the evil ones are there with their guns and they're looking for them, but they can't see them because they're invisible, because they no longer vibrate, as it were, on the level of evil. That's it. Until one of them, of course, gives in to the fear and boom. See? What if you could sit on the sofa and you could hear the black hand saying things like, oh, it's all going to happen today, you're going to end up having some accident, or you're so worthless, you're so shit, things are not going to be alright. This is all there is. This is all there is. Alright? Don't even think you're a magical being, or don't even think about miraculousness. Don't think about healing, miraculous healing, the light reset, all kinds of wonderful incredibleness. You know, because that only happens in fairy tales. And it's not real. It's not real. This is all there is. Suffering is good for you. You're meant to suffer. You know, it means that you're a good spiritual person and you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and that's all there is, and that's all there is. You know. And yeah, you're a bad person for not wanting to accept disease and death, because it's natural. It's how it's meant to be, you know. In life we are as in death, you know, and that. Just toe the fucking line, just go along with it. Look at all the nice NPC, mundane reality reinforcement officers. Well, do that. Be like that. And any kind of emotional resistance that you feel, just disassociate from that and keep putting it in the subconscious so that we can control you through that medium and make you even sicker. Give you autoimmune diseases, give you cancer, rot you from the inside out. That's what it's all about, you see. That is what they want. And so when you awaken, your journey is to go within and to wrench open the door to your subconscious and to let all that black sludge come up. It won't all come up at once. Layer after layer after layer, you will work through it. You will work through it by being fucking honest with yourself, by allowing yourself to feel, by sitting back and listening to your mind talk, the chatter in your mind, the radio broadcast in your head. Listen to what it tells you. Give it a voice. Ask yourself, if this had a voice, if it had words, what would it be saying to me? What am I feeling? What is it? Because there is a dynamic going on there, guys. There's a dynamic going on there. Pay attention. If it had words, if the Dementor in my head had words, what would it be saying to me now? And how is it making me feel? That is what it is, and you will feel exactly the same when you're talking with an NPC. They have that same effect. Heavy, sludgy, oh God, I'm going to collapse. Same thing. They are the same thing. They are there to reinforce that mechanism. They are there to keep your hard drive filled with negative, fear-based self-hate. They want you to hate yourself. They want you to know there is nowhere to run and there is nowhere to hide. You're powerless. There is nothing you can do. This is all there is. You're never going to get out of here. Why don't you just give up? You have a choice, and you may not be there now, but you will get to a point where you are intrinsically, clearly, with crystal clear clarity aware of what is going on, the name of the game. Because you know that you're a being of light. You can feel your light. You can feel your essence, your power. It creates that thing I talk about, the maverick effect, or the incredible synchronicity. Not just synchronicity, it's far more than that, it's big. It is within you and all around you. It is the divine. You are the divine because you're a magical being. Okay? And you know that it has your back. And within this duality realm, hell realm, it has guided you through to your awakening, and through your awakening. And you're more and more sovereign, and you're more and more adept at getting what's going on, and you'll get to a point where you realize what's being done. the light within you can create the new. It must create the new. Your exit out of this insanity, out of the matrix, out of disease, out of decay, out of, oh, I need to go there, so I have to get in a car and drive there and be confronted with all the roadworks and all the insanity, because that's just the way it works. No, no. I want to go there. I don't need to go anywhere because I'm free and I can do as I goddamn please. And I want to be somewhere. I want to be in the pink Dulalia forest to visit my friends, and they are magical beings. They look like lemurs. They have fluffy ears and they are incredible. They have purple eyes. So, seeing as I want to be there, I am there now. Time is like a substance. I control this. It's a creative thing. I can do with time as I please because I'm a magical being. You see? And look at all the colours. Muted here, man. This is like a black and white place. It really fucking is. We are not people. We are not human beings. Those are derogatory terms. Just like those NPCs that I was talking about earlier. The gormless, plain looking, boring looking, dull looking, the dulls, the fucking, the muggles. The muggles on the fucking trolleys, because they're tourists and they're tourists. They're tourists. Right? It's a mockery, like the fucking bike helmets. It's a mockery, like it's humiliating. It's humiliating. It's a look at you, motherfuckers. Because soul travelers, you know, we are funky. We are cool. We have style. They don't. You're gonna feel when you really go into your inner, in that room that you're not supposed to go into, you're gonna feel it, man. It's gonna hurt because it's all been stored there, and oof. But it is the only way, guys. You need to clear your hard drive so that you can get to a point where you realize, despite the terror that you feel, because it will tell you you cannot trust the light, even your magic. You can't trust the magic, the magical miraculous. I call it the Great Mother. That sense that you have of love, of self-appreciation, of self-power, of all these infinite colours, and of a magical place that you came from. I call it the golden world. Before you were imprisoned here, through the hijack of your consciousness. That yes, I'm going home. I'm going to work through this garbage, and I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to surrender. And I'm going to reach a state of forgiveness. Meaning an intrinsic understanding of your blamelessness, your innocence, your beauty, your inherent goodness, your inherent truth, your inherent everything, your magic. I can trust this. It's going to be alright. Bit by bit. I'm going to do the work and I'm going to work through this. Yeah? It will come and it will say, no, 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 you can't trust the light, you can't trust the light. It's all a lie, it's a sick evil game, you're never going to be, no, no, I've allowed you. I've allowed you to think that you are going to get somewhere. I've allowed you to think that you're a magical being and that you're special and that you're this and you're that. But it's all, you're nothing really, you're just a worthless meat bag. Evil lies, it lies, it lies, it lies, and it lies, and it lies, and it lies. It will do that to you. It will do it all to you. It has done it all in many ways to you. And you will need to work through the hatred and the rage and the vengefulness, because only a powerless victim feels vengefulness. The only way to get out of the matrix is to vibrate, and I hate to use that terminology, but I haven't yet not thought of another word for it. It's a new agey terminology, but to vibrate, to operate, to exist consciousness-wise on a higher level. It cannot touch you there. And this is why we have to clear the hard drive. We have to do the inner work. We have to work through our crap. We have to listen to our mind and say, if this onslaught that I feel, if it had words, what would it be saying to me? What is it making me feel? And then you will know, this is not me. This is demonic attack, and it's been happening to me my whole life. And when I went to school and I was so badly bullied, and I was verbally abused, and I was physically abused, and I was energetically abused by all these fucking NPC kids, because they're every fucking where, and the NPC teachers. It was feeding off of me, and it was exploiting me. And it was stealing my magic, and it was bludgeoning the fuck out of me, because it knew. It was filling off my subconscious so it could keep me trapped in a matrix, because I'm such a precious resource, and I am literally fueling the matrix because I'm a soul traveler. Yeah? Schools, neighborhoods, oh boy, everybody in the neighborhood will know you because you stand out like a sore thumb because you're a soul traveler. And oh boy, the targeting. Whew! The games that they play, they come at you, and it's like all empathy and oh wow, yeah. But somehow you feel depleted and depressed after you spent even 2 or 3 minutes in their company. And then the next time you see them, it's like they're a completely different person, always like disdainful and somewhat verbally abusive. And you think to yourself, what the fuck? Because they love to gaslight the fuck out of you, yeah? Oh yeah. It's like the world is a system, you know this, it's a time prison, time torture, but it's also a system, bureaucracy. All of it is designed to fuck with you, to make you feel like, oh, this is how it's meant to be. Oh, my career, yeah, and oh, taxing, yeah, and oh, the FDA, and the NSA, and the CIA, and the FBI. And this is happening, and that is happening, you know, and Russell Brand, oh boy, right? It wants you to focus on the external, but the external is smoke and mirrors. It ain't real, it's created by consciousness. Your consciousness is malfunctioning, but slowly coming back into alignment. That is why you're waking up and you're getting it more and more and more and more. And then you will get to a point where you're ready to take back your power, which has nothing to do with being Hercules, being violent or aggressive. You'll find that at the end of it all, taking your power back is a very gentle thing. It's all about self-love, and it's all about gently, persistently tuning in to your light, to your self-love, to your true essence, which is here, your heart. You know the truth. So you keep letting go of the black hand inundations and the continual verbal and the nasty verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional. Let go, let go. Stop reacting. Very difficult to do because you want to react, but it's not going to help you. You want to hate and to rage, but it's not going to help you. And yeah, I know I've come across as very hatey and ragey in this video, because that is how I feel today. But at the same time, I am aware of this. You see? And when you choose your light and you choose self-love, oh, the difference. And that is what I mean by frequency. It's a world of difference between self-hate, tormenting yourself on behalf of the dark side. Nothing ever fucking works out. Everything is fucking shit. Oh, there's another problem. Oh, it's not gonna fucking work out. I just know it isn't gonna work out. It's all fucking shit. Nothing ever works out. That is self-hate. That is self-hate. That is beating yourself up. That is what it wants. That is how it creates reality. It's predictive programming you all the time. This is going to happen. That is going to happen. Things are not going to be alright. Nothing is going to work out. Yeah? Always doing that. That is predictive programming. When you believe it, as you want to, you've been conditioned to believe it, it has power and it creates havoc in your life. All kinds of havoc. Whoa, like a demonic obstacle course, right? And we have to preempt it all. We have to go back to the beginning, in a sense, to preempt it all, to expunge it all. And it takes place in our consciousness. It is very difficult to put into words, but it literally is saying, I'm done. Even though I don't feel it, I feel terrified, I feel paralyzed, I still feel the fallout of everything that has been done here. And I feel such rage, it's beyond words, and such hate and such fear. Terrifying, terrifying and paralyzing. But all the same, I also feel my power and my light. And I'm going to keep tuning into that. I do it throughout the day. I say, can I feel my light? Yes, I can. Can I feel my light? All right, okay. Yesterday was so difficult. I had to go and pick the cat up from the vet. I hate that place. It was so hard. It was such a terrible day. I felt so ill. I felt so unwell. I was so frightened about certain things that are going on with my body and this and that. But at the same time, oh, okay. Because I know this is a healing covenant. It is a journey of healing. We have to clear out and transmute and alchemize all this black garbage. And slowly but surely you will emerge. I know that you will. And you will get to a point where you will finally, completely, without any kind of guilt or shame, know that old age is evil, that decay is evil, that disease is evil, that everything we call life, that the NPC, mundane reality reinforcement officers, tell you is such a wonderful experience, is in fact evil. Because you're a magical being. You truly are. All the fairy tales are real, minus the evil stepmothers and the evil witches. Right? Beautiful, radiant, lush, incredible. But you can barely even imagine it. Because your imagination has been hijacked. But slowly but surely you will get it back. We will get it back. We will make it home, guys. And I think at that, I'm going to call it a day, because it's quite a long video, I think. And I'm sorry for the weirdness and all that, but that's it, isn't it? It's how it works. It's fucking insane, and this is what they do. So I think I will post this, and self-love is the way, guys. Clearing the hard drive that is our consciousness. Letting go, surrendering, standing back and witnessing and observing what's really going on, and then relinquishing attachment to it. Choosing self-love, self-love, self-love. Gently but persistently, keep at it. Keep at it, and it will come and tell you, you're going to feel, it's not going to happen, there is no magical miraculousness, you're going to die, you're going to get sicker and sicker, you're not going to get what you want, there is no such thing, it's all a sick evil game, the light is evil pretending to be the light, it's this, it's that. It will tell you all of that, because it doesn't want you in your light, because the minute you really activate your light, and I'm not there yet, and you're not there yet, but the minute you do, it's game over. I really do believe that. So, well, that's it. So, deal with this passive aggression of, oh yeah, I don't know why I have such trouble accepting the inevitable of death and decay and blah blah, because it's, to be honest, very passive aggressive, you know. I know all about passive aggression, you know. Fucking go into it. And also go into this grief, this toxic grief, because you're not doing yourself any favours. It's all unbelievable. That's my washing machine, motherfucker. It's all fucking woke. I had to buy a new fridge because my fridge went on the blink. And this fridge, if I open the door, right, when I open the door and it's open for longer than a minute, it goes right? That is torture. That is torture, because this is what is the Matrix. All of that shit. You know it, I know it. It's a fucking abomination. We're taking our power back. All my love to all of you.